Fam. This is part two of racism. We need to start concentrating on that instead of acting like it's this big beautiful melting pot. So before I get into that, let's pay all due respects to the Creator. The sun rises. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. Aman. Listen here, fam. I showed you any other post. Get this book. Get Neely Fuller's book. Neely Fuller been around for a long time. Okay, he was one that was basically teaching Dr. Frances Welling, Dr. Frances Christ Welling. Y'all know she passed away. You know she was a psychiatrist to help black people out. But when she met Neely Fuller, we talking about back in the days. If you see a lot of her posts, she lets you know about Neely Fuller all the time. Even before she departed this world. And a lot of her interviews and a lot of her posts, you can see where she talks about Neely Fuller a lot. Because Neely Fuller was ahead of his time. Neely Fuller is one of these guys who was in the military and he was stationed in Japan. And he started thinking about racism in its full content, which racism, supremacy, that is a system. It's a system that's developed to try to basically stop black people. Now, of course, you can't see it. They don't want you to see it. Or you're not looking to see it. Or you're being ignorant to it. Or you being tolerant to it. But you'll notice when you seeing how the white police officers are murdering our people like this. You're getting upset. And you saying, well, why is these white people killing our black people? But you not understand the conception of why, and how come these things is going down. You're not accepting these things. You still being tolerant to the ignorance of your mindset and why these things happen. Imagine this. Matter of fact, not imagine, this really happened. The president of the United States was Barack Obama. All those years in the beginning, they wasn't showing these white police officers killing black people like the way they were doing the last 2 years of his service. Are you kidding me? His first 4 years, everybody was fine. He was looking good, even though he wasn't really doing too much for black folks. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I was proud to see a black president, and I'm gonna tell you why real quickly. Why? Because we haven't seen one in our time. But there was a black president before. They're trying to say either it's a different kind of black president, but no, not John Henney. He was the president. They didn't want to give a different description, but he was. He was the first black president. Now, John Henney. But let's get back to my point. Barack Obama did the best he can. We know he's a front man. All presidents, anybody who becomes a president is nothing but a front man. Because there's no way in the world you're the president of this most powerful country in the world, and you still got to take orders. They're going to still tell you no. They can veto whatever speculations you have on your memo for the supposed to be better for the nation, the American nation. But they can veto it and say no. In some countries, it don't work like that. The one dictatorship, and that one dictatorship tells everybody in that country this is going to go down. That's it. So the United States don't have a dictatorship. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand the conspiracy that goes on. If you get videos, and I told you that before, cross-reference with books, cross-reference with videos, okay? This one here is the rule of racism. I showed you in the other video. You understand here? I understand about racism and religion is entwined with each other. This is the fourth one, hidden color. Racism and religion is definitely entwined with each other. To understand one, you need the other. You understand that? Because the reason why I say this to y'all is because majority of the time, when white folks kill you, per se, everything is about our Lord and Jesus Christ. They always seem to want to say that when they want to kill you. We good Christians, we're not allowing this and we're not allowing that. You a Christian and you're supposed to be a abiding Christian and behave some type of way, but you believe in your heart, in your purest heart, that you're supposed to annihilate the black Nubian race off the earth because the Bible tell you this? This is what white Christians believe. And if you go to the white Christian church, they don't really want you there unless you are famous, unless they know you. You can't come up there with 20 deep into no white church. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You understand? Come in there 20 deep, 30 deep into an all white church and see what happens. You're going to see the uncomfortableness take over like there's no tomorrow. You probably going to get people going to get up and walk out. White people don't accept you as easy as you to accept them. We are the nature of life. We are the universe. It is our nature to be kind. But some apparent reason we seem not to be kind to each other. That's another thing we got to discuss this here. For some apparent reason, you don't want to be kind to each other. You want to spill each other's bloods. Nah, man, you got to stop all that madness. You understand that? Use which here. The Creator gave you the ability to think and to create. It's not for you to sit there and to act like an animal and be animalistic. It's not about that. Because every little thing we do that they don't like, we animals. Hillary Clinton clearly stated, oh, they are super predators. Now, whoever didn't see that, download that stuff. Okay? Cross-reference for what I'm saying. Hillary Clinton, and it's on Facebook anyways, and YouTube and whatever other media y'all watch. Hillary Clinton classified super predators. Now, she never gave you a clarification on what certain type of group, but she says super predators. You got to read between the lines. That's why I tell you to get this book. I'm promoting this book. It's nearly for this book. I'm promoting it because it helps you be able to identify things and be able to see for what it is. You're not going to change a goddamn thing. Let's make it clear. You're not changing nothing. All y'all got to put this in your head. But what you can do is when you walk this earth, you know how to be able to identify things. You know how to deal with certain situations. You know how to deal with when the police officers come to you and, put you in a position that you don't want to be in. And it's not for you to sit there and lose your mind. I'm going to go crazy. So on, so forth and so forth. No. You got to be able to think clearly, put yourself in a position and say to yourself, listen, I'm going home today. You understand? It's not being a punk or being scared. We lost too many lives like that. We lost too many lives of people trying to prove death is the answer. Now, all these people who died, talking about I ain't going out like that. I'm not going out like that. Where's the black Nubian race coming together after they got killed? Everybody's still functioning, doing a daily basis what they've been doing. Everybody's doing exactly what they're doing. And these names, these people who died, talking about I ain't going out like that. They died in vain. They chose that death. You're not living in a black society no more. You're living in a white society. And I'm going to tell you another thing too. Gods and goddesses, kings and queens, quote unquote brothers and sisters, pay attention to this stuff. If you understand and you start studying the culture of black Nubian people from Africa, you will understand we're talking about hundreds of thousands of years that the black race has been on this planet, completely controlling the whole planet. There wasn't no white people up in here for a long time. Some people believe it's 25,000 years white people was here. Some people believe that white people, the pure white race, was here for 6,000 years. But I told you, you need to go into the rabbit hole. You go into a rabbit hole, which is a metaphor for speaking of digging deeper. Digging deeper, because each time you dig for a different civilization, you begin to find out more information. That's why I tell you, information is infinite, because it goes on and on and on and on and on. You talking about thousands and thousands of years of civilization. So, understand this. You living on this earth now. We are modern time now. Racism exists. Don't get caught up in it. It don't exist, all that kind of stuff. And then some of y'all who love white people, listen here. You love white people? That's your thing. That's what you want to do. But you got to accept what comes to your ass. You got to accept what comes to you. Now, if you ain't never had no problem and ain't loving you and treating you good, then you continue going the road that you're going. Because, listen here, at the end of the day, anybody here that's stop you loving somebody who you want, I'm not with that. You do love who you want. I'd rather for you to love your own people. But if you tolerance of ignorance and ain't saying ignorant things around you, and you tolerating it, then you're an ignorant asshole, male or female. And I'm going to tell you another thing. A lot of you black sisters that love having sex with these white men, shit, that's all part of racism too. That's all part of the rules. White men will do things to you sexually that they wouldn't even do to their own white females. Trust me, I've talked to a lot of black sisters, the things they do. Prime example, a lot of white men will have anal sex with black women first. And black women will allow them to have anal sex with them. But if a black man want to have anal sex with that woman, that black woman, she gonna tell him no, I ain't with that. But a lot of black women had anal sex. That's how a lot of these black women got into that stuff. Black men was not into anal sex. It wasn't no documentaries and stuff like that until later on. I remember even back like 20 years ago when a sister, this is when I was in the fashion world, was a sister telling me, ain't nothing better having a white man giving you anal sex. He turned me out. And I was like, what? I said, but when a brother asks you for anal sex, why you tell him, I ain't having to have sex with him. He don't know what he's doing. That's the conception they want you to think. White men will do all kinds of things to black women. If you go back 30, 40, 50 years ago, black men wasn't going down there having fellatio going down on a black woman. He know better than that. Black men wasn't having sex with black women when she on her period. Where'd that come from? The white folks was doing that. Having sex with black women and on their period. And she allowed him to do that. And she going, oh my God, it feels so good. And then all of a sudden, she started to introduce that sexual behavior to him. And then it started spreading like locusts. A lot of y'all don't want to understand these things here. Now, of course, you cross-reference what I'm saying, and I want you to. You're going to find different civilizations that was doing, they got their own heritage, and certain things was going down in different times of the world. There's certain what's that word I'm looking for? Certain rituals that black people was doing in different times of in ancient times. There's rituals. That's why I told you cross-reference. But for what we know now, pay attention. Y'all better understand this here. White people introduced, which the Romans introduced, the Greeks introduced this sexual behavior. And then don't get it twisted.